We are back for more Shakesyear. We're still working on Cymbeline. And yesterday we got to hear from Pisanio, who had just received a letter from Leonatus. Leonatus Posthumus. We call him Posthumus. I called him Leonatus because brain fart, whatever. Pisanio was reading this letter that Posthumus had written instructing Pisanio to kill Imogen because he thinks that she's been unfaithful. Pisanio is also in possession of a letter that Posthumus has written to Imogen. And at the very end of yesterday, as Pisanio was finishing up his letter, Imogen enters and he sort of goes like, "What? I don't know what's going on." And she's like, "Have you heard anything?" And he's like, "Here, I have this letter for you from your lord." And for prop purposes, we'll pretend that this napkin is a letter and pretend that it has a wax seal on it. That's going to be important in a second. So Pisanio says to Imogen, "I have this letter from your lord." And she says, "Who, thy lord? That is my lord, Leonatus? Oh, learned indeed were that astronomer that knew the stars as I his characters. He'd lay the future open, oh, you good gods. Let what is here contained relish of love, of my lord's health, of his content. Yet not that we are asunder, let that grieve him. Some griefs are medicinable, that is one of them, for it doth physic love of his content, all but in that good wax thy leave. Blessed be you bees that make these locks of counsel. Lovers and men in dangerous bonds pray not alike, though forfeiters you cast in prison, yet you clasp young Cupid's tables. Good news, gods. Justice and your father's wrath, should he take me in his dominion, could not be so cruel to me as you, oh, the dearest of creatures, would even renew me with your eyes. Take notice that I am in Cambria at Milford Haven. What your own love will out of this advise you follow. So he wishes you all happiness that remains loyal to his vow, and you're increasing in love, Leonatus Posthumus. Oh, for a horse with wings! Hearest thou, Pisanio? He's at Milford Haven. Read, and tell me how far 'tis thither. If one of mean affairs may plot it in a week, why may not I glide thither in a day? Then true Pisanio, who longs like me to see thy lord, who longs... Oh, let me bait, but not like me, yet longst, but in a fainter kind. Oh, not like me, for mine's beyond. Say, and speak thick. Love's counselor should fill the bores of hearing to smother the sense how far it is to this same blessed Milford. And by the way, tell me how Wales was made so happy as to inherit such a haven. But first of all, how we may steal from hence. And for the gap that we shall make in time from our hence going and our return to excuse. But first, how get hence? How should excuse be born or e'er begot? We'll talk of that hereafter. Prithee speak, how many a store of miles may we well rid twixt hour and hour? Yeah, she's a little excited to go see her man. And we'll see how all that turns out tomorrow and beyond. See you then.